Okay, ladies, first and foremost, thank you all so much for taking 30 minutes out of your evening to join us. We are so incredibly excited to have you here and get to meet you this evening. Real quickly, for those of you who don't know who I am, let me just take the time to introduce myself. My name is Katie Stroop, and I have been with Park Lane for about 8 years. And I absolutely love it. My motto for my personal business and for our team is faith first, family second, and business third. And that is what I absolutely love teaching and training our team on. I'm a mom of four, for those of you who don't know. And what I love about Park Lane is that I'm able to go live just one night a week. And I do multiple parties that night, and I'm able to make a full-time income for my family of six. My husband is a police officer, and so he has a very demanding schedule. And as I'm talking to you, I just realized I forgot to put on my earrings. Oh gosh. You know how you can't like if you leave the house, you just feel like you can't like function without your earrings. I got to put these on so I can get with it tonight. But anyway, so that's a little bit about me, and I'm located in Central Florida as well. And tonight, like I mentioned, we're just going to take up maybe 30 minutes of your time, and we have some incredible ladies on the call here. And I always tell our team that we're stronger together because I myself am in the age where I am a busy mom of four. We have three teenagers and one 7.5, he would tell you, 7.5 year old. And so I'm in that very, very busy mom mode, but we have other women on our team who are new empty nesters who have been blessed with the Park Lane business. We have some ladies on the call tonight that are going to be sharing with you that are retired and loving running their Park Lane businesses being retired. And we have other people on the call who have full-time, full-blown, successful careers and do Park Lane part-time to make extra money. And I love that this is not a Cinderella story because the shoe literally fits everyone. Um, and I'm just excited for y'all to be here. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce our speakers for the evening and we're going to let them take it away. At the end of the call, I'm going to have a super simple link that everybody will click on. And that link is our Behind the Bling 60-second survey. It won't even take 60 seconds, but that's how you get entered to win. I'm sorry, we're going to do our $100 drawing giveaway, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be giving away tonight. We're going to be giving away our beautiful black bombshell bracelet. Retails at over $150. And it's a retired piece, but it's a stretch to fit. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love it. And so this is what you all are going to be entered to win this evening. So while we have Meredith and Cindy and Shelly and Dory, a few others sharing tonight, I'll be writing down all of your names on the call. So iPhone 2, please let me know who you are so that I can put your name in on the giveaway. And then at the end, we'll do a little 60-second survey. But that's it. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you a very dear friend of mine that I absolutely love, Meredith Wiggins. And she also joins us from Central Florida. And Meredith is a division leader with Park Lane Jewelry. So without further ado, Meredith. Oh, oh, there she is. Meredith.
Oh, sorry, you're kind of blanking out a little bit for me.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's me, but anybody else have that or no? Am
No?
I?
Okay. Okay. That's
Okay.
okay. I just introduced you and told everybody how unbelievably wonderful you are.
Oh, gosh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the recording for that. So is it my time to speak?
Yes, take it away,
Okay.
Meredith.
Okay.
How has Park Lane blessed your life and how do you run your business? What do you love about it? All the
Okay.
things.
All right, so Katie initially, I think on another call said we had 10 minutes. And then today, after I'd written out all my stuff, she said, no, you have seven. So I'm going to talk fast. But I always write my stuff down because I'm always afraid that I'm going to forget something. So a little bit about me. Um, because we all have a story. So I have been married to my sweet hubby for 52 years. So yes, we got married very young. I was 19 and he was 22. So beside all the odds, it's definitely worked out. So we have one son. His name is Greg. We have two adorable kitties, and Katie actually had something to do with that too. So, like I said, there's always a story. I enjoy outside activities. I love to walk. I try to walk like 2 to 3 miles a day. I like to listen to podcasts. I love spending time with my friends. I like breakfast. I like lunch. I like dinner. I like doing anything with anybody. So, my career was in orthopedics. I was an office manager for 45 years. I just retired in 2018. I say just, going on 8 years, can't believe it. But I had always loved fashion. I'd always loved jewelry. And I hosted parties in previous days for a company called Premier Designs Jewelry. So I joined that as a rep in 2005, and I was with that company for 15 years. Unfortunately, in 2020, they closed and we only had 30 days notice. Now, when they closed in 2020, I had retired 2 years before that. And I was really hoping now I have more time. Even though I did that job before alongside my full-time job, I thought I would have more time. So I was very, very people. So a lot of the ladies were coming over to Park Lane. I didn't hear about that initially, but when I started having people text me and say, "Oh, I'd love to have you join my team," I wasn't ready. Anybody that has been with a company for that long, you go through a grief process, and I just wasn't ready to get back into it. But little by little, I saw some of my other friends moving on, and I got invited to a few of the virtual parties. So remember, this was during COVID time. My previous company, we did most of our parties in person, which I absolutely loved because I like the interaction, I like the relationships. So during a time of COVID, Park Lane pivoted to Facebook parties, which I wasn't really familiar with. So, but eventually someone had invited me to a couple of those parties. And as I went to them, it's like, yeah, I really do miss this. So I decided to join. Now, when I joined Park Lane, even though there were a lot of premier people, I didn't know any of those people that would have possibly been on Katie's team. So I joined in August of 2021. I didn't even know Katie. I met her and someone else, not my sponsor, for breakfast one morning. We just clicked. We had such a great time, and I knew that I had found the right place. So, my journey as a Park Lane stylist, it might be different from yours because I'm retired. I like to keep busy. I do a lot with my church. I volunteer for organizations. And of course, I travel. So, I traveled before um, when I had my full-time job and when I had my other business, but I always had to work in my travel around my corporate job. Now with Park Lane, it's your own business. You can do what you want. You can work that around that business. I also love that Park Lane didn't have any quotas. So nobody cares. There's no pressure on you, which I am definitely a non-pressure person. I worked in the corporate world for too long. You don't need pressure once you retire. So, in my almost 5 years with Park Lane now, I've done virtual parties, I've done in-person parties, I've done fundraising, I've brought on new team members. We've done all kinds of things. I've traveled with Park Lane, which we had a little retreat shortly after, I guess, the second year I was in, and I just loved it because it reminded me of my other business, and we traveled to Texas. So, again, when I said that my favorite thing to do is travel, I was at Walmart the other day and I saw this little travel bank, and it says travel fund. Well, that's what I use my parking business mostly for. So I will just say that this is a little visual goal for me. Of course, we don't get paid in cash. Our money goes into the bank, but I like visual goals to sit in front of me. So I love that I can do social sales. Park Lane is just a company that you can do it however you want to. The more creative you are, the more fun you'll have with it. So I make a game of it and I like to make different goals. And I can tell you, my last four cruises, I exclusively paid for me and my husband with my Park Lane money. So, there's lots of things, again, you might be someone that, is working towards getting a new car, or you're sending your kids to soccer. I did all of those things before. But the most important thing that you can do with your Park Lane business is just be a blessing to others. And in turn, your Park Lane business will be a blessing to you.
I love
That's it.
it. Thank you, Meredith.
You're
And yes,
welcome.
they cruise all the time. She pays cash for her trips with her Park Lane earnings, and she never invites me.
No,
Uh,
no,
don't know
we
why.
we can do a girls' cruise, but I like cruising with my hubby.
I know. And it's so great. It's so great, because um, you know, I just lost my train of thought. But anyway, it's so great that you guys get to do that together. And I look forward to doing that also once we are empty nesters and I can have alone time with my husband. But oh, someone just put in the chat that they love cruising too, Meredith. Who was it? Oh,
Good.
Deborah. And
Okay.
and that's something that Park Lane, so Park Lane actually takes you on, you can earn two all expense paid vacations a year. Since I've been with Park Lane for 8 years, I have earned 15 all expense paid vacations. Typically, they take you to a European destination once a year, and then usually a tropical destination as well. But last year, we actually went to Dublin and Paris. And then this year, we are going to, well, they just came back from Cancun and we're going to Switzerland in the fall. But the really exciting thing is that they just launched our very next trip. And right now, we're all earning a vacation to Costa Rica. And I too, like Meredith, came over from another direct sales company. And Meredith forgot to mention, which I'll mention this, is that if you have direct sales experience, something very, very unique that Park Lane does is that we honor your past direct sales experience. And we will actually give you a comparative title and compensation, even if you previously earned that title with another company. That's something that no other direct sales companies do. And so, but with my previous company, to earn trips, every single trip that you had to earn, every single trip that you went to go earn, your goal was increased every time. And with Park Lane, what I love about it is that all of our trip goals are even Stevens across the board. And so everybody has the opportunity to earn these trips and go on them completely free. And it is for free. It is airfare. It is your transportation to and from the airport. It is breakfast and dinner every single day. It is phenomenal. And that's one thing that being in the direct sales industry has blessed me. And I mean, I've been in direct sales for over 2 decades, and I have traveled the world for free. And praise God, always been able to be a stay-at-home mom. So next, I want to introduce Miss Cynthia Stone, and I'm a numbers girl. If for those of you who don't really know me, and I love talking about numbers because for me, that's my number one for my business is I want to provide for my family. And trust me, if you have a large family like we do, it is very expensive to have 4 children in today's world. And so my number one mission is always providing for them. And so I like to show y'all the money. And so before Cindy talks, I want to let y'all know that last month, Cindy earned $2,000 working part-time with Park Lane.
Hmm.
And also, I'm going to brag on Yolanda and Shelly because they both had their very first month and very first party in February. And Yolanda, I forget if it was one party or two parties, Yolanda. I think it was it one or two? Two parties. So she earned out of two parties, and we're talking 30 minutes. We're talking a 30-minute live. And if you're new, you're probably not talking the whole 30 minutes, right? You're like, this 30 minutes is taking forever. But Yolanda made out of two parties $430. Where can you go and in 30 minutes make $430 legally? Okay, I'm just saying. And then Shelly had her first party last month, and Shelly made $324 in one party.
Yay.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And so if you're doing one party a week this month, Shelly, which I know that you have more in your calendar, but if you're doing one party a week this month, that means that you're going to make $1,200 this month going live one night a week. So anyway, I'm so proud. I'm just a proud lady sharing all of that with you. But go ahead, Cindy, tell them why you love Park Lane and how it's blessed you.
Okay, I have to put these on. It's a mental thing, but I know I have those little rings on my glasses. I haven't quite learned how to get rid of them. So, real quickly, a little bit about my past, the past, present, and future. Is that the three parts of our lives we say? My past occupation, I'm a retired Christian school administrator, a teacher, principal, then administrator. Loved, loved, loved the job. It wasn't really a job, it was a calling, a ministry, and I loved that. I enjoyed all aspects, elementary, high school, and it was great. But unto each of us there is a season, as Esther says in the Bible. And my season was to stop working and go and hang out with my mom and dad. My dad had some health issues, and my mom didn't want to travel without him. They had a house in the mountains, and of course, I volunteered to go with them. So I just said goodbye to education for a while. I was starting a doctoral program to continue my personal ed. And it just, it was secondary. Isn't your family like the most important thing in our lives? Like Katie said, God's first, always God's first. But He calls us to be there for our family. So that was why I left my career earlier than I had anticipated. Originally, I just traveled with my parents. And about the second year of doing that, before my father passed, I said, oh my goodness, I love being with them, but I got to do something. So I entered a direct sales company, not Park Lane, but another one selling cookware and home goods, and loved it. Went through COVID, sold over $16,000 in 1 month, taught myself how to use FaceTime and do all these shows because as an administrator, I had secretaries and tech directors to do all these things for me, but it challenged me and I love to be challenged. So if you're one of those people that just needs to set some goals, I mean, I set goals like how clean can I get my silver? I polish it. I just have to have goals. So the previous company allowed me to do that. And about a year and a half, right as we were ending COVID, I get a call from a couple of people about Park Lane. And they want me to talk to a recruiter. She's not really a recruiter. What is she called? She's called our national
Our
director.
national director.
National director. She really doesn't recruit because we help bring people into Park Lane. She doesn't go around recruiting. She's an information disseminating all kinds of information. And she challenged me, but what I liked is what Katie said earlier. They saw where I was at with my previous company. So if you've had little to nothing leadership to a lot, it all counts with Park Lane. And they actually brought me in a step higher than I had been, two steps higher in my previous company based on my sales, recruiting, etc. So I was like, what am I going to do? Okay, it's a no-brainer. I make more with Park Lane.
Oh, yeah.
And I am going to have more opportunity to travel because twice a year, like Katie said, there's trips. And I'm just going to tell you, trips excite me. I went on the one to Switzerland with Katie and her friend, and I was like the mom. I could be old enough to be. I have a daughter 10 years older than Katie, so definitely, I literally could be Katie's mom. But I hung out with those girls and I kept up with them the whole time. It was so much fun. So travel excites me. But the other part that really, would say hooked me in is like I told you, I like goals. I like trying something and succeeding. You put me in the kitchen, which is where I'm going live tonight. We're moving to this place, and so my office is filled with boxes. You put me in the kitchen, and it's my first, most comfortable place. I love cooking, love baking, love making jellies, all those things my grandma taught me. But you tell me to sit in front of this camera and put on jewelry and a little makeup and get the hair just right or not so right. And I like go, oh, that's not me because I go buy my clothes for work and go to, I used to go to Brighton jewelers, they're not around as much, and say, okay, I have this suit. Can you tell me what I need to wear with it? So this became a challenge for me, a new goal to set. And the one thing I had to get over was I cannot compare what I do to what Katie does or what Meredith does or whatever anyone in this Park Lane industry does. It's about me, my relationships with my friends and customers and the people I meet through all the different avenues. So, long story short, ladies, if you're thinking about entering any aspect of any direct sales, do not compare yourself. You are yourself. God created you uniquely different, and He gave you the gifts to use. So, talking in front of hundreds and thousands of people as an administrator at a school never bothered me. But putting together jewelry, like I have this retired piece on, I love it, love it. I lost the name of it, Katie. Do you remember? And
Couldn't tell you.
I just love
Amulet.
who?
Oh,
Amulet.
amulet.
Yes, yes. I love this one. The beads, the heart, and then trying to bling it up with some bracelets. You
Hmm.
know, look here. We got these pretty, I'm giving you a minute show of what I had to learn. These pretty blings. And then I just brought in a little purple stretchy because I'm wearing purple today. And then on this hand, one of our beautiful baby signatures, similar to the impressions and the earrings. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is going to drive me crazy trying to make it all look good. And you know what I realized? Jewelry doesn't have to be perfect either. Because once you put on a piece, you're just going to sparkle and shine, no matter what age you are. Whether you're, I don't know who's the youngest on this group, but Katie's probably the youngest who's speaking tonight. To like Meredith, I've been married 51 plus years. And I just enjoy the relationships in this group. Sometimes we women need that more than we need the money.
Yeah.
Honestly, we need money, but we need relationships and we need people we can hang with, whether they're whatever number of years difference between Katie and me. I won't do the math and put myself out there. But, you know, we need those relationships. So, yes, it is work. Don't let anyone tell you this isn't work. You do have to get in front of a mirror and practice what you're going to do. I did a lot of those fakes. I would videotape myself with the camera backwards before I ever went live. And I've spoken, like I said, in front of thousands of people, but you're not going to fail at whatever you do. There is no right or wrong way to make this an occupation, a hobby business if you want. Although I will tell you, you go in to just get a few dollars and it hooks you in. So, you know, it's all about what you want. And if you just want to do one show a month to get enough jewelry in your beautiful jewelry chest, you could do that. We're in the process of moving. We're selling our home of 34 years. We have someone coming to look Wednesday, so I'm so excited but so sad because my memories of grandchildren, I have four of them, two children married with beautiful spouses, and four beautiful boys who ran through those woods and played Indians and cowboys like little boys used to do. And I'm going to probably say goodbye to that house in a few weeks. And I almost start tearing up because the memories there. But God's planted me here in Naples, Florida, and who knows where else. But I brought my ring light, I brought my phone when we're on Zoom, and we can do a party wherever you go. That's another great aspect. So I know I'm at 7 minutes. I'm just here to challenge you. Whatever reason you want to do, get into Park Lane. Whether you want to earn money, go on trips, whatever it is, this is the place to be. And Katie's the girl to help you because she relaunched me after me being a little silent for about a year. And that's okay too, right? You know, just
And
do a
and
few
had
things.
a $2,000 party.
Yeah. And I just pretended
Incredible.
I was the student in the classroom and let Katie be the teacher. And now it's my turn to get back out there and help others. So
Yeah.
I hope you ladies think about it, pray about it, and I'll be quiet because I know my 7 minutes is truly up. Have a good one.
Thank you, Cindy. I just want to piggyback on a couple things that Cindy said. And the first thing that she said is make more. So again, so I'm your numbers girl, and I promise you, looked into every other direct sales company known to man over the last 2 decades. And when I was shown the compensation plan with Park Lane, it was double what I was getting at my previous company. And I just couldn't say no to that, even though, like Cindy mentioned, Coming over to Park Lane 8 years ago, guys, I had no experience in selling jewelry. Meredith had a lot of experience being with Premier Designs, but we were selling cookware and dinnerware. And so just so you know, I did not just pop out of a box like this and do
Mhm.
a great style party. It took a lot of practice. But the best part for you who are thinking about, you know what, maybe I would like to earn an extra 200 bucks a week going live for 30 minutes. The best thing for you is that we've already done all the work for you. And now we have what I like to call a plug and play business. And I know Yolanda and Shelly just had their first party, and everything that we do in Facebook Messenger, it's an easy copy and paste for our new stylist because it works, it's successful, and you don't need to come in and reinvent the wheel. The system and everything that we have is already done for you, which makes it so great. But our new stylists do come in making 30% commission, and then you can earn your way all the way up to making 50% commission. So if you think about it, the average party that we're doing online, in your home from your phone, the average party is about a $750 party. So if you take that and you times it by 30%, that means that you're on average making $225 a week. Okay. Um, and you don't have to have any experience to do it. Okay. And like Cindy said, another thing I wanted to just share with you guys too is that we're more than jewelry. I absolutely love that we have the opportunity to help women look and feel beautiful. And there is something about all of you on the call right now. I'm looking at every single one of you have received a box of Park Lane in the mail. And when you open it up, you can't tell me that you were like, that you put the earrings on, you're like, oh my God, I look so cute. Okay. It's a make me feel good product, which is why it is so easy to sell and share with others. It's not like you have to go live and you have to say, well, this product contains this ingredient and this ingredient and that ingredient. It's just as simple as, look at how pretty these are. Don't y'all want them? Get them, girl. And that's it. And I love that about Park Lane. But I will tell you another important thing if you are looking into layering in some extra income for your family. Like Cindy said, we all have our different reasons of why we need extra money. Maybe it's like Meredith said for her cruises. Maybe Cindy said, you know, she wants to decorate her new home or save for retirement. For me, again, provide for my family. Shelly's adding an additional source of income in with her full-time career. So is Yolanda. Dory is retired and she works on her farm and has extra money for herself. And so it can really be absolutely anything that you want it to be. The beauty of Park Lane, my favorite thing, is that, like Meredith mentioned, we have no quotas, but I love how new people like Deborah Phillips on the call right now gets the opportunity to kind of test drive the business before they even ever join. And so Deborah actually comes over from another direct sales company, and she's decided that she's going to kind of test drive Park Lane without committing. And we're doing what's called a decider party for her this week, this Thursday night. And so essentially, what we do is you get to just be a hostess, and Yolanda and Shelly actually did the same thing. You get to just be a hostess, get all the hostess rewards, have fun with your friends get prizes. And then at the end of that party, I ask you or Cindy or Meredith, whoever invited you tonight, Dory, says, so, you know, what do you think, Alma? You know, is this something that you want to try? And then Alma says, yeah, I think I do. And so if Alma says yes, then here's the crazy part. Not only are you getting the hostess rewards, not only do you get to get the starter kit, which I'll tell you about that next, but then the huge, huge benefit is that with the Decider Show, you also get the commission off the party. How in the world do you get all of that? So off of Shelly's kickoff party, she got a $500 shopping spree. She got a $1,000 shopping spree in her starter kit, and she still earned, how much was it? 324. Okay. And so that's the beauty of a decider party. And so if you've listened tonight and you're thinking, wow, that's incredible. I want to do a decider party. What we're going to do is we're going to do our drawing for the $100 giveaway right now. But I'm also going to put in the comments here. Let me go grab it real quick. Y'all don't leave me. I'm going to grab our little 60-second survey link. And if you'll fill that out for us, that is so absolutely helpful if you guys can fill that out because we want to hear what stood out for you, what you enjoyed, what questions you have from this little survey. Let me get back to you on Zoom. I had to switch my screen. There you are. Okay. I'm going to paste it in here. So if you, when I paste this little link, go ahead and click on it. Oops. I didn't copy it. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Oh, that's because I didn't hit copy. Sorry. Listen, you see here, anybody can do this. Don't get me started on one of the worst parties I ever had, but everybody seemed to love it. Okay. All right. So there's the link. If you guys will click on that, then that little 60-second survey will pop up. So tonight, literally 60 seconds. Let us know what stood out, what you enjoyed, if you have questions. Now, if you decide, I have some more questions, because I don't want to take up more of your time tonight. If you have more questions and you message the lady who invited you tonight, and you have a little 15, 20-minute phone call with her tomorrow, you will get another piece of jewelry for free just for having that little 15-minute call. Okay. Because we want to answer your questions. I am very dedicated to having one-on-one personal conversations with our team members because everybody has different goals and things that they want to achieve. Okay. And so if you reach out to us and you schedule a call for tomorrow, 15 minutes, and you'll get another piece of jewelry for free. Okay. Without further ado, I think that is it. So let me go ahead and pull our winner. While Cindy was talking, I put everybody in the wheel of names. So I'm going to go ahead and spin my wheel. I'm hoping that you guys will be able to hear it spin. Oh, wait a minute. I think I can do share screen. Hold on. Because I know you guys want to see the wheel. Let's see. Can I do share screen? Let's see. I thought I used to be able to do that, right? Oh, here it is, share. And here it is. Okay, tell me if you guys can see this. Can you see it?
Sure can.
Yay! Okay, let's spin the wheel. Let's see who won our $100 jewelry giveaway. Let me get my pen ready. Ha! Marsha! Congratulations, Marsha! Yay! Marsha's my guest tonight. So congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Hold on, I want to blow you guys back up. I can't see you. Where did you go? Oh, here you are. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, ladies, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you to our speakers as well. Thank you, Cindy and Meredith. If you have to run, you can run. If you have questions or you want to unmute and ask something, we're happy to do that as well. I'm going to go ahead and give everybody the opportunity to do that. If
Your
anybody else.
screen is still on.
Oh, I have to end my screen. Is it fixed?
No,
No,
that's
maybe
okay.
just minimize it.
Yeah, we can see you still.
You can still see me?
We
When
can
you
see
talk.
you. We can't see everybody.
I wonder, how do I stop the screen share? Okay, well, anyway, I don't know how to do that. Oh, here it is. I see it. Stop share. Okay,
There you go.
That.
there we go. Okay, does anyone have anything that they want to add? Stylist or guest want to add anything? Or is that a wrap for tonight? Hopefully everybody got the little link. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful evening, and we can't wait to hear from you. We hope to hear from you tomorrow so you can get that bonus piece of jewelry. Congratulations, Marcia. And we
Thank
hope
you.
that you will reach out to your stylist and schedule some time to chat with her a little bit more. And I love y'all. Have a great night.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.